And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I am so excited that you are here and watching from all over the place. My Facebook friends and my family, there should be about 10 of you watching, and I love all of you guys. I'm so excited. I'm live and I'm in action. I just want to thank CentralValleyTalk.com for giving me the opportunity to be here. So, as you know, you guys, this is my first broadcast of anything. I haven't had years to practice this. On Monday, I was here. It's Friday today, so I'm so thankful for my guests that are here today. I'm so thankful that you made the decision to watch me live. I'm going to do amazing things in the Valley. I just want to bring it to you guys. Let's light up the Valley together. There's so many amazing things. I got some amazing guests. But first of all, I just want to take a moment to dedicate this very first show to my father. Rest in peace in his loving memory, Miguel Herrera. And I just want to dedicate it in his memory. And I also want to thank my mom. I'm not leaving you out, Mom, because when I was 10 years old, she bought me this cassette player, and I would press play and record and practice my talk show hosting skills with my childhood friend, Sherry, and my beloved dog, Tootsie. So I just thank you, Mom. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. It's going to be awesome. Like I said, my first show, I don't have all this training or anything. I just have the heart and guts to be here to bring you amazing talent from the Valley and just have fun while we're doing it, you guys. Tell everybody, tell your mama, tell your brothers, tell everybody, wherever you go, the shopping malls, get your EBT card. I don't care who my viewers are. I don't judge. I love all you guys, especially if you're watching from across the states. I love you guys so much. Well, like I said, I want to bring you amazing talent. I want to showcase businesses in the Central Valley. We're talking the South Central Valley. There's so many businesses there that need exposure. We have Hanford, Lemoore. We're talking Tulare, Visalia, Corcoran, wherever you're at. You guys need to contact me so you can come on the show. Get some free exposure, you guys. It's amazing. With social media, everybody can watch what you're doing. Everybody likes being on Facebook and everything else. Anyways, this is your opportunity and chance. And I just want you guys to call me and talk to me. Don't be scared. So I'm going to be on every Friday from 3 to 4 live, you guys. Don't miss it. Tune in. We're going to light up the Valley together. I'm so amazed. I'm just so in shock right now. This is like a dream come true. And I'm just so excited that you're here with me. I got 2 amazing guests today and a surprise, hopefully a surprise for you at the end. But I have some amazing guests. I have John Loewen from Hanford, and we'll get to meet him. He's so amazing. And we have the amazing Cash Mattik. I don't want to mess his name up, guys, but I want you to stay tuned. I want you to watch, and I want you to connect with me, and I want you to tell me what it is that you want me to talk about in the South Central Valley, because I'm going to bring it to you live. So I thank you guys all for watching, and we're going to go to a commercial break, and then we're going to be back with our first guest, and I'm so excited. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I cannot believe how expensive funerals are today. Nancy said she spent more than $12,000 on John's service. Now, when Mom took ill, we went to Sterling & Smith and prearranged her funeral for less than half of what Nancy spent. Sterling & Smith has a beautiful facility, professional staff, and packages that start below $3,000. It was more than a funeral. It was truly a celebration of life.
At Sterling & Smith, we believe that a high-quality service should be affordable to everyone. Let us help you plan for the inevitable. Call us today, because you just don't know about tomorrow.
Hey guys, are you watching CentralValleyTalk.com? Are you under 30 or under 30 at heart? Because if you are, you should be watching my show, Basically Branded, 10:30 p.m. Monday and Wednesday nights. Mark your calendars, you guys, because it's chaos here on Monday and Wednesday nights. We have animals, reptiles, cheetahs, actors, singers. It's chaos. And you guys need to be watching, because it might sound like I'm describing Barnum and Bailey's Circus, but I'm actually describing my web show, Basically Brandon, Monday and Wednesday nights, 10:30 p.m.
You can advertise your business, your product, or your event on Central Valley Talk, the Valley's only internet television station. Several of our programs are also picked up on Dish and cable networks. For the best advertising dollar, call Central Valley Talk at 579-1360.
Proper voice, Circle's choice. guitar play.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Mike Briggs Properties has a very special historic property for sale that can be used as a home or as a business. This classic California craftsman historical home is located in the Tower District, Fresno High area. The interior ambiance displays a heyday of craftsman aesthetics, substance, strength, symmetry, and casual grace. Elegantly appointed mahogany and oak structural elements integrate form and function in a harmonious flow from room to room in this two-story, 4,500-foot home. The property also includes a nearly 800-foot two-bedroom apartment above the garage. This property is well suited for a professional office type of business or for a large family or combined living and workspace. The lot included with this property is park-sized with plenty of room for expansion or as a parking lot big enough to support a commercial business. For more information on this property, call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Thank you guys for tuning in and waiting after the commercial. I appreciate it so much. Like I promised, I have my guest here. He's from Hanford, California. He's an amazingly tall human being. He's so tall, and I love him so much. His name is John Loewen, everybody. Please welcome John Loewen.
Well, thank you, Ernestine. It's a pleasure to be here.
You look amazing.
Well, I'm trying to since
like
I'm back in the valley.
That's right. It looks like you haven't aged a bit.
Well, you know, it's all that hard work. It keeps me out of trouble.
I know John from way back in the day. We went to high school. Now, we're not going to say what year we graduated, right? I don't want anybody to know my age.
Last year, please.
Last year. We're babies at this, but it doesn't seem like we are. So anyways, you're back in the Central Valley.
Yes, I am.
You're doing something big in the Central Valley. We want to let everybody know what you're doing. So Go ahead. Let us know.
Well, pretty much what we're doing right now. I've worked in fine dining for almost 2 decades. I've worked up in Sacramento. I also worked in San Francisco, Seattle, and Santa Barbara. One of the things of being raised on the same farm that my father was raised on, you know, agriculture was very important to me, and just raising produce, crops, and seeing it as it's being consistent, and also too now in this day and age where a lot of people are getting together for the local farm movement, buying produce, vegetables, and buying locally, I see that there's some potential.
That's right. We have farmers markets all the time. Speaking of the South Valley, we have one in Hanford coming up in May. Are you going to be frequenting that?
Absolutely.
You guys can find him there anytime.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you. Also on social media, and we'll get to that.
Yep.
So you did all this 5-star dining experience.
Well, I've been taught by some really good people. I wouldn't say that it's 5-star, but we had really good people that worked together, and they were teachers.
That's right.
Teachers to not only exceed by themselves, but they lived and they proved an example that proved self-worth for the world of the culinary here in California. When I worked up in San Francisco, I was informed about people that I needed to go see when I went down to Santa Barbara. And without them, I couldn't have done anything.
Well, I'm
where I'm
glad.
at today.
I'm glad they taught you what they taught you. We need more people like you in the world. And I want him to cook me something.
Well,
Do you cook?
Well, yeah, I could
You better
cook you
cook for
something.
me. He's talking my language. He's saying culinary. I love to eat. So I love that. So you have all this experience. What are you doing now? What are you doing with it down here in the valley?
Well, in the valley right now, what we're trying to do is I've partnered up with my good friend, and we actually opened up a casual family dining restaurant in Hanford.
Okay.
Back in '94, and we've decided to get together, and kind of what our whole mission is here in Hanford is to bridge the gap.
Bridge the gap. Let's do that.
We're trying to do, because when people go to restaurants, I've seen it countless of times where a couple gets together and, honey, what are you going to have to eat?
Hey, let's play. Let's role play.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you gonna have?
So that becomes an onslaught and becomes a
horrible.
little bit of a conundrum at the
Yeah,
table.
then
And
they're- yeah.
and of course, they always ask the staff, which, of course, the staff should be able to help you out.
Yeah.
But I kind of been getting together with people, farmers, councilmen, and also other people from walks of life in the South Valley area to start our project called Under the Table. And Under the Table is actually what I like to call a learning haven supper club, where people get together and we taste 2 types of wine. And then
Nice.
we talk about the subject of the wine, but also too, this is when my partner Grady, who is more on the culinary side.
Let's take a moment because you keep mentioning Grady, and I just
Yeah.
want to kind of let everybody know that Grady is right behind us, right there. He's amazing. You got to meet him. Hi, Grady. Okay.
Absolutely. And he cooks a dish that pairs with the wine. So
Oh,
our
I wanna meet
objective is to not only learn, but to create harmony. So people, when they go out to dinner, they have an opportunity to kind of cut the corner, if you will, of uncertainty and go straight for the experience.
That's
Because that's
right.
important.
Be experts. I think it's important too. So there's nowhere around here that we're experiencing this type of thing, and we have John with all his experience, and Grady who's cooking these amazing meals that
Yes,
pair
he
with
is.
these wines.
Yes, he is.
I wish you would have brought some wine today. That would have been. We could have
It
sampled.
was a little warm in the car, so the bottles might have popped. But I got some back in Hanford
Ice
for you,
chest.
girl.
We're gonna test it out. So, what do you think is there a favorite wine in the Central Valley you think that most people are drinking? I know that you see it on Facebook. You have people talking, especially girls my age, really young girls, like Moscato.
Right.
What is so? I mean, it does taste great, but what is?
Well, I think everybody, it's you identify with wines of where your area, where you're from.
Okay.
Moscato tends to be sweet, a lot of fruit to it.
Hmm.
In order to get a grape to produce like that, you need a lot of sun. Therefore, it creates a lot of sugar. And also, too, if you have sugar, it kind of can induce some more alcohol.
I
So-
love it. I love sugar.
Some people
and
do.
alcohol.
So-
Moscato sounds like me, just sweet, fruity a little bit.
Yes, you
are. so is the grapes grown out here for the Moscato wine? Is that why
There
it's-
is grapes that are grown out here.
Yeah.
You have to remember that Ernest and Julia Gallo, back in the 30s and 40s, they started to plant grapes. But also, too, we have to remember Fresno State was the first acclaimed academia for enology and to be viticulture. 1930s is when it started. Everybody refers to Davis, which they should. In the 70s, but it was in the 1930s that Fresno State started it all.
I love it right here. He's given the Central Valley credit, Fresno State, for starting this.
Yeah.
That is amazing. You gotta love
Well,
him.
it's California. We
Fresno
gotta-
State, yeah. Have
so-
him come talk for you, Fresno State, about the grapes. I love it, about the wine. You got to meet this guy. He's amazing. So, Under the Table, everybody's looking Under the Table.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, I think it's amazing. I'm going to experience it. I'm going to sit with you guys. I'm going
Please
to
do.
taste this food. I'm going to try it out, you guys. Oh, there you go. So, tell us, when are you doing it? When's the next day? And how often are you doing it?
Okay, basically what we do with Under the Table is that we meet up on Saturdays around 7 o'clock. We meet in this old Victorian house in downtown Hanford. It has a great ambiance to it. It's in an old house, warmth, comfort. We seat up to approximately, we do about, we could seat 12 people, what I usually take for the class. But we also have the table set for 16 if we wanted to do that.
Wow.
But what we do is that when people are welcomed, we definitely like to welcome them with a little bit of bubbly.
That's
just
what
to
I'm
make,
talking about.
make sure that they are welcome to the class. I gather the people together, we sit down, we talk about the 2 glasses of wine, but the important thing is that it's not just so one-sided for me.
Okay.
I try to get group participation. The magician never wants to release all the tricks until the end of the act.
That's right.
So you have to let these people get into it, because not only is it education about wine and food, but you also get to find out how you taste and discern things by yourself, and you learn about yourself.
I would love to do that. That's something I've never done.
Well,
and
we'll be happy to have you tomorrow
to me,
night.
that's what I'm talking about.
Be there tomorrow night at 7
night.
p.m.
See, my only wine tasting experiences has only been like the most cheapest wine so I can get drunk fast. And you guys didn't hear that from me. And that was a long time ago, Mom, I swear. But it was like so horrible. But I would love to like evolve into
It's growth.
a dignified wine drinker.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about why wine is good for us.
Well, it has health aspects, you
sure
know.
does.
It's good for the blood, it's good for the soul.
And I just want people to know out there that Jesus did turn water into wine. So I
That's
think
true.
it's pretty much
That's
okay.
true.
Do you know what kind of wine it was?
I think it was some old vintage.
How
I
about,
don't know.
How about what would Jesus drink?
Turn of the millennium, you know. I don't know.
Or like, what wine would Jesus drink? Jesus, let us know. I love you. Thank you.
But yeah, it's, you know, with wine, you know, it tells a story. You know,
Yeah.
some people do enjoy beer, and I do too. You know, I like a good cocktail, you know, at a certain time. But I think when you have a bottle of wine to share with someone, you have that warm, intimate moment. You know, and when you pair it with good food, you know, that experience. And as I mentioned to you before, there's nothing in all the years that I have worked in the restaurant industry, it doesn't matter when I worked in the back of the kitchen, when I bartended, when I was a server or managed, there was nothing more important than that experience at the table.
That's
It's
right.
warm, it's fun-loving, whether you're with your family, friends, making a business deal, or just trying to get a bite to eat.
I love that philosophy. We're going to get into it. So, how are you advertising it now? Well, let me ask you a question about this Victorian house. We showed pictures. You guys seen kind of like the area that it's in. I love Victorian houses, but is it just really quick? Because we know some things about. Is it haunted?
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's
good.
not a
So
haunted
it's not
house.
haunted, people. There's
It's
no
not a haunted
ghosts.
house.
There's no ghosts. Just making sure, because some people are like, they're kind of leery about ghosts.
Absolutely.
But so, how are you advertising it now? How are people finding out about?
We're basically right now how we're advertising. Of course, we're doing our own little media, such as Facebook.
Okay.
I'm doing emails across the board. Also, too, since it's around Hanford area, and my family personally has been in Hanford for about 80 years.
80 years. He's
Yeah.
got deep history in the Central Valley.
You know, I've made it a point to go forth to people, you know. Sometimes, you know, I've always gone by the philosophy, you can either bring the people to Mecca or bring Mecca to the people. And
Oh,
I
that's
think
good
in the Central
philosophy.
Valley, you know, when people have a certain essence of uncertainty, you know, what to eat and what, you know, what the process is. And it's not really a strict process. It's all about enjoying. the
Enjoy.
experience.
And I think people think that they have to go somewhere extravagant to enjoy, and you're bringing the Mecca right here to us.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much.
Anytime.
I'm so excited. So, you talked a little bit about the table and how important is it. Why are you doing this? Why are you guys starting under the table? What's the biggest reason that you guys decided to do this?
Well, what we're trying to do is not only put the word out, because Grady and I are looking for future endeavors,
Okay.
as you probably
That's
well
right.
know.
Networking.
You know, and you know, we would like to possibly do a project in the South Central Valley, but it's also to bridge the gap. You know, and what I mean by bridging the gap, it's not only for people, you know, who are looking to learn, but also to try to promote the commonwealth of farmers. You know, the small business farmer trying to sell their produce. I think as I spoke to the Kings County Farm Bureau president, as he informed me, I asked him how many sets of produce that we have here in the Central San Joaquin Valley, and he told me 450.
Wow.
So
450.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if anything, you know, I think I could possibly do a lovely restaurant utilizing this produce, you know, and also trying to source meats locally. It's tough because, you know, we have to realize that some of these farmers do sell their contracts of their fruits and vegetables and their labors into, you know, into big corporate processing plants. So.
I think that's amazing. What we're going to do is we're going to get ready to go to commercial break, but before that, or after we come back, John is going to give us some insider info. You guys stay tuned. I'm so excited to hear about this. Keep watching and come back. We'll be back in just a minute.
Woo! I'm the owner and CEO of Central Valley Talk. We produce live programs that broadcast 24 hours per day on the internet website, centralvalleytalk.com. If you like local talk radio, you'll love centralvalleytalk.com. You can watch our local programming on your computer or on your iPhone.
Fat Man's Alley, Hungry Howie's, and Scoops Ice Cream. Tower Health Food, Samba Steakhouse, Mike Briggs Properties. There's Tower Market, Farmers Market too. Kuka's and Landmark, Mr. Sushi for you. Chicken Pie Shop, Fulton's Pulley, Palomino's. Spinner's Records, Tower Bike Shop, Irene's To Go. Bobby Sal's Restaurant, The Perfect Blend, and Million Elephant. H&R Block, Starbucks Coffee, Piemonte's. Roger Rocca's Dinner Theater, The Second Space. Tower Tattoos, Lottie and the Me and Ed's is the place. International Furniture, The Review Cafe. Teasers Realty Market, Love Oak knows the way. Typhoon Restaurant, The Game Preserve, and B of A. Sequoia Brewing, Russo Restaurant, Tower Clocks Today. Come to the tower, there's so much fun for everyone. Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun?
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Thank you for tuning back in. I'm still with the amazing John Loewen. You guys, if you're listening out there, if you're listening to anything he has to say, I think he's so amazing. He's come back to the Central Valley after his long, exciting travels, wanting to get local farmers and vendors together to work together and have this explosion of flavors with wine and food, and just, we need to support each other and get together and support John. And we're going to find out how to support John. And you guys, when we do, I want you guys to go to his Facebook. Do you have a Twitter?
We don't Twitter.
He will. Twitter.
I don't tweet.
No, you know, yeah, I'm glad I messed that up. But go and support him and like his page, whatever it takes. We're going to support this guy because he's going to bring something exciting. He's already bringing something exciting, and just his vision is just grand. I love it. So
Well, thank you.
let's continue to talk. You know,
Yeah.
so this is amazing. Under the Table, you guys, tomorrow
Tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Tomorrow at 7. I want you guys, if you're interested, what number can they call to?
They can call me personally if they'd like and
Okay.
speak to me. My number is 805-450-5565. Once again, we will be holding it tomorrow night at this lovely Victorian house at 7 p.m. We're going to be studying, since it's getting warmer now in the year, we're going to be studying the lovely Riesling grape.
Wow.
It's a lovely German Riesling grape that they usually grow it in Northern California, a little bit now in Southern California. You know, it's really fruitful, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it. It's got a little bit of acidity, but we will be pairing it with Asian cuisine, which will go quite well.
What type of Asian cuisine?
Grady's
Tell me.
busting out some
out,
yeah,
baby.
he's busting out
That's
some
what
great
I'm talking
cuisine. He's actually going to be preparing shrimp pad thai, which is,
Ah.
think of it as like a Vietnamese Korean version of chow mein.
I love pad thai. For those of you that aren't familiar, pad thai is, he can say it, what?
Pad thai.
Not just pad thai. But is it Thai?
It's Thai and Vietnamese. I've seen it in both cultures. You know, it's classic. Think of it as like chow mein, but it has a little bit different attributes of vegetables. It has a little bit of heat to it, which that Riesling grape goes quite well with it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. So you're going to teach people what wines to drink with what food.
Exactly.
It's amazing. So what can somebody, like, I know you guys, there's so many of you guys that don't have plans for tomorrow night. This is amazing. Get a group of people together. Have your friends, your family, whoever, you guys sit around this table in a Victorian home and enjoy. This sounds so amazing. A birthday party, you didn't know what to do, plans or whatnot. What's the cost of something like this?
Well, we basically decided, because we're in, the South Central Valley, we wanted to make it approachable for everybody. We wanted to make sure that people didn't feel afraid or felt some uncertainty. So we got together, got our costs together, and it cost you $20. You're awarded with a glass of champagne, 2 glasses of wine, and you get an entree.
Wow.
Yeah. So and you get a little learning out of it, and you enjoy it, and you find out pretty much how your palate tastes things, how you taste the wine, how it corresponds with like the spice that's offered with the food dish.
That's amazing. You guys cannot beat that price. $20 for all that he just said.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it. So give him a call. If you missed that number, it's 805-450, right? 5565,
That's right.
you guys. Call John, text him. Do something. You guys need to get there tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. That's all I'm saying. You know what? That's just amazing. So, John, what is your passion? What got you into doing this? Tell me. I mean, what is it
Well, I think it all started at home.
Okay.
It definitely started at home.
right.
As I told you, I come from a farm family. I was raised in the same house that my father was raised in.
Wow.
So he raised us the same way that he was. So we had not only cows and pigs that we butchered to raise, but we also had not only our livestock of cotton and wheat, but we also grew vegetables and fruits. So we were self-sustaining.
That's amazing. I love it.
I don't recall going to the grocery store until I was like the age of 8.
Probably because you were a bad kid. Your mom didn't want to take
That's probably
you.
true.
That.
Youngest of 7, I was the ornery one.
You're probably
So-
throwing stuff in the cart like my kids do, and I start paying like, who put balloons in the cart? Are you serious? Anyways, I love it.
So, that kind of got me started. As I mentioned to you, we did I did open up a casual family dining restaurant in '94.
Yeah.
When I went to college up in Sacramento, I
Uh-huh.
paid my way through school by being a bartender.
That's right.
And eventually I got to a point after college where I had to choose my career, and at the time I was teaching art at a high school up in Sacramento and bartending at night. And it was unfortunate that I had to let go because I love the creative process and teaching people and seeing their eyes shine in that regard. But I went that route. Then I went full force when I moved to San Francisco. I worked at a lovely small boutique hotel restaurant in downtown Union Square right there, Sir Francis Drake Hotel, Scala's Bistro.
He's giving you a shout out.
Love you guys.
He loves you.
I was taught by really great people and worked with really great people. And then when I went down to Santa Barbara in 2006, it's when I started to apply myself in the essence of wine and more of the managerial aspect of restaurateuring. Learned from very good people. I was told by a successful restaurateur in San Francisco who was originally from Santa Barbara, said I had to go see the Yoda of wine knowledge, and it's my good friend Dennis Ferguson.
Dennis Ferguson, if you're listening, which I hope you are.
I hope he is.
But Yoda, you mentioned Yoda. My son is like the biggest Star Wars fan. And was that by Skywalker Ranch where you were at?
In regards to
The restaurant?
No.
Okay.
No. I did happen
I know he
to
was
purchase.
behind.
I did happen to purchase a bottle of wine from the first year of Skywalker Ranch's vineyard. So it's a good Chardonnay.
All right.
But I learned in the respect of not only from Dennis. A very good mentor in Santa Barbara by the name of Mitchell Shervin, who allowed me to work for him for 5 years. He gave me the opportunity to expand my horizons and just to go forth. It's not only by people that you live by example, but they also sometimes, they'll pat you on the back, but sometimes a kick in the old rear always helps too.
I think that's amazing. I think we all need mentors. John has been mentored by some of the best that he just named. Look them up, find out where they're at, because I'm sure he's been mentored, and it's just amazing the wisdom that he has and the distinguished. I mean, he's just amazing. Look at him. So with you being in these really nice caliber restaurants, I'm sure you came across tons of famous people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we kind of
Absolutely.
talked about it, and he's met tons of famous people. I was like, how do you do it? But I said, was there anybody that just ever made you so starstruck that you came across?
I try not to be in the essence of being starstruck. Just because when people of that caliber, whether in their entertainment, political, what have you, Ernestine, they're people too.
Yeah.
And you really just give them an opportunity. I think if anybody that made me quote unquote starstruck
Was me.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
thank
right, girl.
you.
That's right, girl. That's right. That's right. I would have to say, and I loved to play basketball in my youth, and I wasn't a Celtics fan, but it was Bill Russell.
Bill Russell
Yeah.
from the Celtics.
Yep. He went to USF. He usually goes to the NCAA tournaments over there in San Francisco, San Jose. And just meeting him, the guy that I used to watch his films, even when he was in college, the old black and white films, to when he was
Where they wear
playing-
the little shorts.
Yeah,
Just sidebar, did you used to wear the little shorts?
No, I had to wear them a little bit bigger.
Okay, all right, because you're like how tall? Tell everybody how tall you are. You're so tall.
I'm 6'3".
6'3", that's tall
Yeah.
for me. But that's amazing. So Bill
Yeah.
Russell, when you seen him, what'd you do? There's somebody that you've watched, you're like, I've seen him on TV, I'm studying from this guy, he's my mentor, and he's right here in my face.
Well, I think if anything, he was just very nice and congenial. I mean, he was a very people person. He was very honest. And that was, and seeing somebody of that caliber, it was a little bit awe-inspiring, if you will.
Okay.
But, it's like I said to one person before.
Yeah.
You just have to just really enjoy the moment with them.
You have to really enjoy the moment. And that's what we're doing right now, because I enjoy being here with you right now.
Well,
We're
thank
going to
you.
go to commercial break, you guys. Stay tuned. We have such an amazing rest of the show for you guys. Please stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. If nobody told you they loved you today, I do. Thank you guys. Stay tuned.
Tantastic Tans and Boutique is your one-stop shop for beauty and fashion needs. Located on the southwest corner of Herndon and Milburn, Tantastic Tans and Boutique is open 7 days a week, from 10 to 7 on weekdays and 10 to 6 Saturday and Sunday. We offer top-of-the-line tanning equipment, including 20-minute beds, 12-minute beds, 12-minute stand-up beds, and we also have a high-pressure Supernova Ultra Bronze bed. In addition to tanning, we offer teeth whitening starting at $39.99. Fantastic Tans and Boutique offers a full boutique of women and children's clothing and accessories. Come in and check out our LA Idol shorts and capris. Find us on Facebook.com/TantasticTans or call 432-TANS. That's 432-8267.
Hey guys, are you watching CentralValleyTalk.com? Are you under 30 or under 30 at heart? Because if you are, you should be watching my show, Basically Branded, 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Mark your calendars, you guys, because it's chaos here on Wednesday nights. We have animals, reptiles, cheetahs, actors, singers. It's chaos. And you guys need to be watching, because it might sound like I'm describing Barnum and Bailey Circus, but I'm actually describing my web show, Basically Brandon, on Wednesday nights, 10:30 p.m.
Hi, I'm Mike Briggs, president of CentralValleyTalk.com. In these tough economic times, we've got to find creative ways to reach our advertisers and our clients. CentralValleyTalk.com gets 50,000 hits every single month. We could put your advertisement on CentralValleyTalk.com, and you can enjoy those 50,000 hits for as little as a penny per hit. Call me at the Mike Briggs Properties Building at 486-6758. Advertise on CentralValleyTalk.com. Call 486-6758.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
This segment is brought to you by Corrine Hatfield of Platinum Mortgage. If you are thinking of purchasing a new home or refinancing an existing home, call Corrine Hatfield at 917-7111.
This just in. Tower District houses are selling for as little as $300 per month. If you have a job and decent credit, you can own your own home. If you can come up with a down payment, you can own a home a lot cheaper than you can rent, and your payment will never go up. Also, you could deduct most of your house payment from your income taxes. If you'd like to lock in your monthly house payment at $300 to $500 per month for the next 30 years, call Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Hey, my name is Chris DeVold, and I am host of one of CentralValleyTalk.com's hottest new shows, Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold, where we sit around for an hour and read the Bible. No, we don't. You think with a name like Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold, that's what we're doing? No. We sit around, we talk about lewd topics, we drink beer, and I vow to bring you one local live musician every friggin' week. You can count on that. So grab your best friend, come to the studio or watch from home, and get ready to blush every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold.
You can advertise your business, your product, or your event on Central Valley Talk, the Valley's only internet television station. Several of our programs are also picked up on Dish and cable networks. For the best advertising dollar, call Central Valley Talk at 579-1360.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Thank you guys for coming back. I really want to thank my amazing guest, John Loewen, for being here. I'm going to plug you guys up with his information. Right now, I have another guest. His name is Cash Mattik. I don't want to mess it up, right? Cash Mattik. I think I'm just going to call you Cash for short.
Yeah.
Because my memory's not that long. So, Cash, how are you?
I'm great. Happy to be here.
That's great. Cash is from the South Valley, right? Give us a little information. Like, where are you from?
I was born in Alaska. I really don't have much of a home because I grew up in so many different places. I lived in Alaska for a little while. I grew up in different towns in the valley. So I like to represent the whole valley as a whole mostly because that is, even though I was born in Alaska, I was raised in the Central Valley. So that's where I like to
Central Valley. And that's what we're all about. We're all about promoting the Central Valley, promoting you, promoting who you are. We're going to promote Cash Mattik today. I'm so glad I didn't mess that up. But if you look behind me, Valley Made, you guys, he made the cover of the magazine for Valley Made. Tell us how that happened.
I was very blessed for it. I got a phone call from a man named, well, they call him Cali Chuck. He's based up in Washington. He's getting together. He's getting together his own company. He's trying to build it. And the magazine actually hits 5 states.
5 states?
Yeah, so I just hit Oregon 2 weeks ago. I got the call, and he's like, I heard some of your stuff over the internet. I got some people talking about you, and he says, we got people over here that like your stuff. So, we're getting together like the 3rd issue of this magazine. A young Droop has had the cover of previous times, and, so I was blessed enough to get this cover.
That's awesome. What's his name again?
Cali Chuck.
Cali Chuck. I want to be on 5 magazines. You need to call me Cali Chuck. I'm telling you. We got him promoting you. You put me in a magazine. I'm ready for it. I'm a cover girl. Hey, there it is. Valley Made, Cash Mattik, you guys. I want you guys to, we're going to find out a little bit more about who Cash Mattik is. So talk to me. So tell me, what kind of music do you do? What inspired you to do music?
Just growing up, I felt like I didn't have a lot of guidance, and I just stuck to my notebook and my pen. I had detention a lot, not because I was
So did I, and look where we're at today. We're on Central Valley Talk.
I was always late to class, and because of that, I had detention.
Wait a minute, let me just clear something up. He said he was always late to class. Let me tell you where I met him.
I was my only problem.
We are going to school right now, and he's still late to class. So you're not in detention anymore.
No, college don't work that way.
Okay.
But because I was in detention, I just stuck to my notebook. I started writing. I started off with poetry first, and then got into rhymes and was reading other people's poetry. It's not a lot to do in detention to read and write and do homework, but being that I always had my homework done.
No, there's a lot to do in detention. Your homework, right?
Well,
you were writing poems,
though.
You were writing poems because that's how you were expressing yourself. But I'm really glad that, because a lot of people, you need to tell, there's a lot of young people out there that don't know, like they're going through a time and they don't know what to do with it. They turn to some type of creative expression through music, through rap, whatever it is. I think it's awesome as long as you're creating something. doing. So that's amazing. So I don't want to tell everybody that you're just a rapper, because you're not just a rapper. He's amazing. He's not. He's a dad. He works full time and he goes to school full time, and I'm sure he raps full time, because you don't stop. You're always rhyming in your head. Let me ask you a question. When you're at work, are you like rhyming and stuff?
Actually, I do. I do it all the time. Even at school, instead of jotting down my notes, sometimes I write a line.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna say, hey.
Yeah, make sure I'm on my job. Yeah, we do that.
So just always comes to you, like writing.
Yeah, sometimes I just get a line, or I use my phone and write it down in a text or something, and come back to it later. Because I usually, during the day, I do a lot of my day stuff. I work, go to school, take care of my kids, pick up my daughter. I like to surprise her, pick her up, take her.
So how many kids do you have?
2.
2 kids. Wow.
2 wonderful kids. They're definitely my motivation and my boss, the people I work for.
All right.
So
your greatest inspiration is what?
My greatest inspiration would definitely be my children, and just overall just success. Like, I'm really just trying to get it. I use that as inspiration because I think about it every day, and I really have goals and I have dreams and I'm working towards it. I will not stop.
That's what I'm talking about. He will not stop. And that's what we're challenging you today. Don't stop. If you have goals, if you have dreams, I'm telling you, go for it. It doesn't matter if he's got 10 things going on. He's got 2 kids. He's got a full-time job. He's going to school full-time, and he's rapping and he's following his passion and dreams. Don't stop. Go for it is what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what I'm telling you. So let's tell the people where they can find your music. Where are you at right now? Are you on anything?
I'm definitely doing a lot of work right now because I'm so busy with work and school, but I don't stop working on my dreams, especially late at night. I write every night. You can catch some of my music on SoundCloud. Of course, you can get me on Facebook at Cash Mattik.
So Facebook, some stuff is going to come across your screen. You're going to see Cash Mattik. Hopefully your Facebook information comes up so they can friend you, right? I want you guys to go and friend him and like whatever it is that he's doing. Show him some support, Central Valley. Go out there and like his stuff. Listen to his stuff. Let's support each other around here. I think it's amazing. I think there's so much talent here that we just need to all support each other, because, look, coming soon. He has an album coming soon. When is your album coming out?
There's really no set date because I'm still working on a lot of songs. I got a lot of great features on there. I got The Concrete Breed, which is also some of Fresno's Underground's finest. I was really blessed to work with them. I also got Cast One from San Bernardino. He's another feature. I got a song with Jay Diggs. I'm also getting another song with Jay Diggs that I plan to. I got to get my people to get in touch with his people to get
your people call his people.
Right, to get in touch with this other song. He's a very busy man, I understand.
Wow.
And a rumor was floating up in the air. I'm getting rapping Forte, so hopefully that goes down. I might have to fly to Washington for that.
That's right. Well, tell them to come down here. You're like, their people call my people. You know who my people is? You know who my staff is?
Yeah.
My husband. I hope he doesn't get mad. My husband and my kids. I said my staff. Wait till my staff comes, and I'm talking about my family. Anyways, so I think it's amazing. They're good. Find him on Facebook. Go to SoundCloud, right? We're out on SoundCloud. Do they just type in Cash Mattik?
Yeah, go to SoundCloud. You can type in your artist.
Cash Mattik. Listen to him on SoundCloud.
And you can follow me. You can follow me on SoundCloud.
Follow him on SoundCloud. Hope I said that right.
And I'm interested in knowing other people's music. You follow me. I love to hear your music. We can collaborate, do many great things together, man.
That's right. Follow each other.
Let's do this.
Network, you guys. I think it's amazing when we all come together and support each other. What we're going to do is we're going to go to commercial. We're going to come back with Cash Mattik, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I am a monster. I will never back down.
I am part of a tradition.
I got green in my veins!
I'm ready to go!
I'm a monster!
This is our team.
This is our town!
This is our barn! This is our time.
I am relentless.
I will never get tired of the goal song.
I'm ready to go!
I will never quit.
I am a monster.
I am a monster!
I am a monster!
Watch Tim Thiessen live Wednesdays at 3 p.m. right here on CentralValleyTalk.com and on digital channel 33.2. If you missed the live broadcast, we're on every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. on Comcast Channel 200 and digital channel 43.5. You don't want to miss this.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
You want to know why I love Fresno? You want to know what's going on in Fresno this weekend? Well, start your weekend off with me, Chuck Leonard, right here on CentralValleyTalk.com, Fridays at 4 o'clock. You'll see comedians, you'll see live bands, you'll see people in Fresno that actually love being from Fresno. I'm Chuck Leonard, and I'm your best anchor. You want to know why I love Fresno?
3, 2, 1.
Hi, thank you for coming back, you guys. I'm so excited for all my guests to be here today. Like I said, this is my debut, and I'm not kidding when I say my debut. This is my very first time live in front of a camera. Wow.
I'm happy to be here for you.
I am so happy that you came. I am so amazed. So tell us a little bit more about who's producing your music, and then we're going to get everybody to go to where you're at and find you and support you.
I'm working with various producers, especially on my upcoming album. I'm having the Woda Company produce my next album. They work with a lot of great bigger acts. They got they got Tyga going on one of their beats and stuff like that. So I'm very, very happy to work with them. I got Proud by Choice. I got MOB Productions producing my mixtape, which is going to be free for the public. You know, you can catch me at shows. I'll be giving it out and stuff like that.
So there's a lot of, so you got to get free mixtape. He's got his album that's coming out. He's working with all this amazing talent from the Valley and other places. You guys got to check him out. Where can people hear you? Are you on any specific place that people can hear you at?
Right.
Besides SoundCloud, there's a radio station you wanted to give a shout out to?
There's 559 On the Grind. They tune in they come in every Friday night from 9 to 12. Everybody tune in. It's a great show. They play a lot of underground artists from Central Valley. They got a lot of things going on. They're working with a lot of great people, and I'm happy to be working with them.
That's right. He gave you a shout out. 55.9.
Yeah, 559 On the Grind.
559 On the Grind. And that's what we're all doing right now. We're on the grind. Let's do Central Valley. Let's light up this valley together. Everybody and all of you watching. Thank you, Cash Mattik, for coming to the show. I'm so thankful that you came today. You guys can go check his music out on SoundCloud. You can catch him. He's going to be out there, you guys. And everybody else that he gave a shout out to, get at me. Let's do something. Everybody watching, thank you so much. Come back because we're going to conclude the show. I'm so glad you guys stuck with me this long. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you know you could buy a home in this foreclosure market for as little as $500 a month? If you want your kids to go to McLean High School, Scandinavian Middle School, or Erickson, take a look at this beautiful home. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. There's a beautiful rock wall to put a wood-burning stove. There's also a very open floor plan with another fireplace. The kitchen, you've got to see the kitchen. It has a beautiful snack bar for your kids to sit and do their homework while you're preparing the dinner. Under $500 a month. Call us and see if you're qualified. Call Mike Briggs at Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758 or go to MikeBriggsProperties.com.
You can purchase this nearly new home near Kings Canyon and Fowler Avenues for as little as $800 a month. At 1,700 square feet, it has 4 bedrooms and 2 baths and a 3-car garage. It is located near Sunnyside Shopping Centers and has great access to Freeway 180. This home is located in the Clovis Unified School District. For more information on any of our properties, check out MikeBriggsProperties.com or call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758.
Hi, I'm Greg Rude, a local real estate agent working with London Properties. You might be thinking about buying or selling a property right now, or maybe you just have a question about real estate. I'd love to help you with that. Give me a call at 352-7716 and I can answer any questions that you might have. Maybe you've got a property that's upside down. Maybe you're interested in buying a bank foreclosure and have a question about that. Or maybe you just like someone to show you some houses that you're interested in or have a question about a particular property. Once again, give me a call. My name's Greg, 352-7716, and I'd love to help you. Thanks.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Thank you guys for coming back. I really want to thank you for tuning in today. I am so grateful for the guests that showed up today. John, you're a lifesaver. I love you, and I'm so glad that you exposed what you're doing in the Central Valley. You guys need to hook up with John. I'm going to give you his number one more time under the table. It's 1-805-450-5565. You guys call him tomorrow. He's got he's got a few openings for you. Don't have anything to do. Please follow him under Grady, Grady, John, John Loewen, Loewen, on Facebook. Follow them, see what they got going on, watch, blast this information out there. You guys got to check it out. I also want to thank Cash Mattik for coming and just sharing with me. He's not just a rapper, he's got other stuff going on. Thank you guys. I just want to close the show out, you guys. I thank you so much. There's a few announcements that I'm going to make. I want to talk about stuff that's going on in the community. I want everybody to get involved and go out there and show support for each other. Tomorrow in Lemoore, there's an event. It's a 5K run and it's a 3K walk for RAIN. And for those of you that don't know what RAIN stands for, RAIN, I'm sorry, I got to look at this because I forgot my flyer, you guys. Please forgive me. But RAIN is the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. They provide 24-hour support to victims through their online and telephone hotline. And you have a support system right there in the South Central Valley. They're throwing on this 5K run. Support people. They're going to have vendors there. I'm sure you just be part of the community and show your support. It's tomorrow. It's at 9 o'clock. It's at Lions Park in Lemoore. Also tonight, you guys, if you're not doing anything, even if you are, cancel what you're doing. Go out to the Tachi Palace. Let me show you right here. Go out to this place right here. It's their 30th year in business, Tachi Palace. Go out and watch Poor Man's Poison tonight. I can't wait. I'm going to be there. I hope to meet you there. Let's connect. Let's talk. Poor Man's Poison tonight at 9. Also featuring Doc Hollidays. They're going to be there. I can't wait to hear all this stuff. And lastly, what I really want you guys to know is that next week I'm going to be at the Tachi Palace at what's called a breakfast, community breakfast. And during this community breakfast starts at 8:30. Businesses from the Central Valley and hopefully all around come together and network. I want to see you guys there. I hope that you show up. It's a $5 donation given to a local charity. Come on and support the local charities. Let's get together. It's us helping each other, you guys. We got to do this. And I'm so excited that you guys all tuned in. I can't wait to hear from you. Talk to me. Don't be scared. I'm telling you, talk to me. Again, thank you for watching the show. I commend my guests for living out their dreams, following their passions. I want you guys to do the rest. So if I bring anything to you, it's all going to be positive and people doing things that's amazing in the Valley. I'm just so happy. Smile at somebody today. Tell somebody you love them. Also, just tune in every Friday, 3 to 4. Tell everybody you know. I appreciate. I love you guys. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.
This segment is brought to you by Corrine Hatfield of Platinum Mortgage. If you are thinking of purchasing a new home or refinancing an existing home, call Corrine Hatfield at 917-7111.
This just in. Tower District houses are selling for as little as $300 per month. If you have a job and decent credit, you can own your own home. If you can come up with a down payment, you can own a home a lot cheaper than you can rent, and your payment will never go up. Also, you could deduct most of your house payment from your income taxes. If you'd like to lock in your monthly house payment at $300 to $500 per month for the next 30 years, call Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Hey, my name is Chris DeVold, and I am host of one of CentralValleyTalk.com's hottest new shows, Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold, where we sit around for an hour and read the Bible. No, we don't. You think with a name like Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold, that's what we're doing? No. We sit around, we talk about lewd topics, we drink beer, and I vow to bring you one local live musician every friggin' week. You can count on that. So grab your best friend, come to the studio or watch from home, and get ready to blush every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on Sex, Drugs, and Chris DeVold.
You can advertise your business, your product, or your event on Central Valley Talk, the Valley's only internet television station. Several of our programs are also picked up on Dish and cable networks. For the best advertising dollar, call Central Valley Talk at 579-1360.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
I am a monster. I will never back down.
I am part of a tradition.
I got green in my veins.
I'm ready to go!
I'm a monster.
This is our team.
This is our town!
This is our barn. This is our time.
I am relentless.
I will never get tired of the goal song.
I'm ready to go.
I will never quit.
I am a monster.
I am a monster!
I am a monster.
Watch Tim Thiessen live Wednesdays at 3 p.m. right here on CentralValleyTalk.com and on digital channel 33.2. If you missed the live broadcast, we're on every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. on Comcast channel 200 and digital channel 43.5. You don't want to miss this.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Mike Briggs Properties has a very special historic property for sale that can be used as a home or as a business. This classic California craftsman historical home is located in the Tower District, Fresno High area. The interior ambiance displays a heyday of craftsman aesthetics, substance, strength, symmetry, and casual grace. Elegantly appointed mahogany and oak structural elements integrate form and function in a harmonious flow from room to room in this two-story, 4,500-foot home. The property also includes a nearly 800-foot two-bedroom apartment above the garage. This property is well suited for a professional office type of business or for a large family or combined living and workspace. The lot included with this property is park-sized with plenty of room for expansion or as a parking lot big enough to support a commercial business. For more information on this property, call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Proper voice, Cecil's choice, Chuck Leonard on CentralValleyTalk.com. We can all get along, listen to the guitar play.